Do any of you like chocolate?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, right. Now we'll see what we can do here. We have the chocolate. There we go. Now, where do we see? If I was to offer you, Daniel, to take one of those bits of chocolate, which one would you choose? Would you? Well, you take it. Good man. Now the two of you, with what's left, which one would you choose? That one. Which one would you choose? That one. Yes, we'll just take it between you. And would you share with that wee darling there? What's your name, Pat? Livnia. Aren't you gorgeous? Oh, those boys are going to give you some chocolate. They might even give you a whole bar. Over to Daniel there. That's your brother. Oh, he'll share with you definitely. He will. Only give him a wee bit. I thought maybe that might be so. Does she not like dark chocolate? No. There you are. Oh, look at the tiny wee bit you get. You're very generous, Daniel. What a big heart. What about you, Billy? Have you got some from him? He's split it with you there on. Right. Well, now, will I tell you, why did you choose that piece, Daniel, that bar? Yes, it was much bigger and you liked more chocolate. Very honest and very true. I was a wee lad, I have a brother, you see. And my brother's called Gordon. And Gordon and me, there was 11 months between us. Just 11 months, nearly like twins. I was older and I was a wee bit bigger, a wee bit stronger, a wee bit heavier.
A wee bit better.
And he was a wee bit lighter. No, he was a wee bit better, unfortunately. At everything. And often when there were two buns on a plate, I would make a grab for the biggest one. I'd size it up and make a grab for the biggest one. And because my arms were longer, and my reach was longer, and it was a bit heavier and a bit bigger, I nearly always got it. Not always. He was a good fighter. Or a couple of pieces of cake, the same thing. I always looked for the bigger piece that was on the plate. Only natural, isn't it? You want the bigger. Of course you do. But then our mother, when we were fighting so much, our mother says, look, boys, this has got to stop. And from now on, you've got to learn a lesson. When you're offered to take one of two pieces that are on a plate, two buns, two apples, two bits of apple cake or rhubarb tart or whatever, offered to take one of the two, you must take the smaller bit, because that's the proper and the correct thing to do. And leave the other bit for somebody else. It's a hard lesson to learn. But I remember hearing about this wee fella. And this wee fella, he and his mum and dad were in one day, and the door rang, and a visitor called, a gentleman. And they had a great time with the visitor. Even the wee fella enjoyed his company. And then on the way out, they all went to the door with this visitor. And just before he went, he turned round, he took something out of his pocket. Up there, fiver. Took a fiver out of his pocket, and up there. Not there, 50-pence piece. He took those two things out of his pocket. I'm not offering these, by the way.
Nothing changes.
Now you see me at my tree like that. And he took these out of his pocket. And he says to the wee fella, he says, now you take whichever one of those you want. Now the wee fella, he remembered that he had learned the same lesson that my brother and me had learned from our mother. He had learned from his mummy and daddy. That when you're offered to take one of two gifts, you must always take the smaller of the two gifts. So he looked, he was near crying at this time. He looked at the 50-pence piece, and he looked longingly at the £5 note. But remembering his mum's advice, reluctantly put out his wee hand, and he took the 50-pence piece. And he says, my mummy always taught me, I've got to take the smaller of two gifts. And then his wee face brightened up. He says, but I tell you what, mister, he says, so as I'll not lose it, we'll take this wee bit of paper to wrap it up. Clever boy. Clever boy. He wanted to keep it safe, of course. Clever boy. And he got the best of both worlds. He got the both of them. But you know, we have got to remember, I know there's an awful lot of poverty around all over the world, in our country, including other countries. Terrible lot of people that are poor, and especially now with this awful credit crunch and all the money problems in the world. And we have got to remember that our boys and girls don't have anything near what we have. Don't even have a bar of chocolate. Don't even have half a bar of chocolate, some of them. It's so sad. And we have got to remember them and try and leave a wee bit of our money aside just to help boys and girls and people who are not too well. You're very, very tidy boy. You're a great fella, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you indeed. So God bless you today. You're three great fellas and you have a wonderful wee sister living. There you are, Daniel. And God bless. Do you go to Sunday school now? God bless you in your Sunday school. And what about you now, John?
The children, which is 167.
Great idea.
And the children will lead during the last verse.
Brilliant.